Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. So, first things first, I want to say happy birthday to my friend Marion Kirk at Marion Kirk Tarot over there. Go over there. Wish her happy birthday. She's got a YouTube channel, The Oracle Rebellion. Happy birthday, Marion. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day and a wonderful afternoon tea with your good friend. And just know that we are thinking about you over here in the States. So, with that being said, so yesterday we did a tarot circle. We did a decan reflection for the Taurus decans, and I was very shadowy in my reflection of the 5, 6, and 7 of Pentacles. I didn't see myself as the normal energy in the cards. I saw myself as the opposite energy and trying to see things from other perspectives. So in an effort to reset my energy, to reset things, I've gone through this deck and I've put everything either upright, upright or reversed, however way you want to look at it. But everything is in the Six of Swords, shadow energy right there. Coming and really that's what I'm talking about, right? The reset, coming out of turbulent waters into the calm, right? Because we've reset everything. But I did reset the cards to be all upright because I don't know why. I felt like the energy needed some reset. Reset is just the word that comes to mind with that. So with that being said, I've shuffled the cards. Let's get the energies for today. See, now we're cooking with gas. We got the Two of Wands. Are we going to do things the way we've always done? Or are we going to do something different, right? There's a third choice there. We don't have to go left or right. We can go and get a boat and go across the river. We don't have to stay in the car. We can do things completely different. And it's deciding that, right? That when the universe shows you that there's more options than just the options that you've always had, there's a certain new beginning that comes with that, a new way of thinking about things, right? If I do what I've always done, I'm going to get what I've always gotten. And that's kind of a 12-step thing, right? The insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. But it's a life thing too. It's not just a 12-step thing. We got to think about doing things in a new way. What new energy can we bring to the table? What new thoughts and words can we bring to the table? We can't do it the way we've always done it, or we're going to repeat cycles, right? The whole point of this Earth School is to expand our consciousness, expand our knowledge, expand our wisdom, and then use it, right? I mean, knowledge stays knowledge unless you use it, and then turns it into wisdom. So let's keep going. More cards, please. Energies for today. My dogs always tend to love to get into their playful moods as soon as I sit down to do a reading, but that's okay. I did sage pretty well today as well. 7 of Swords, deception. So some sort of deception. Are you deceiving yourself that there is no other way to do things? Is someone else deceiving you? But some sort of deception, running away and not wanting to face. I feel like it's not wanting to face the truth of who you are, right? And it's the inauthentic. It's the we were talking yesterday in our community circle about or I was talking about, I should say, I'm not sure everyone agreed with me, but how we attempt to not wear a mask anymore, but we do have to wear certain hats, right? And he is wearing a hat there. But what are you deceiving yourself with, right? So there's certain hats we have to wear. We wear the mom hat, we wear the sister hat, we wear the daughter hat, we wear I'm at my job hat, then we wear I'm out with my friends hat. Like, there's different hats that we wear. And that's okay, but just so long as we're not wearing a mask. Are you deceiving yourself and actually putting the mask on instead of the hat, right? My journey, my motto, my mission, my whatever you want to call it, for me, has always been to find my authentic self, because I don't think I ever really knew who that was. They say you want to return, like even in my IOP, my clients who are suffering from drug addiction will say they want to return to the person they were before the drugs. And my mission has been, who were you before they told you who you had to be? Well, if we replace they with drugs, then it's the mission that I'm on, right? To return them to that person that they were before the drugs. I personally would like to return to the person I was the day I was born. What was purely me? What was my intention? What was my likes, dislikes, beliefs, whatever you want to call them, right? Because you think about little kids. They don't know they can't do something. I think it was Victor Odo was telling a story about his daughter, 4-year-old daughter actually, who wanted to learn to rollerblade. And he was like, she's not really coordinated enough, but he gave her the rollerblades, the knee pads, the helmet, the whole 9 yards, right? And he said she fell down and fell down and fell down and fell down, right? As we all do. And it took her about an hour to teach herself to rollerblade, a 4-year-old, because nobody told her she couldn't do it, right? And that's what I think this is. Are you telling yourself you can't do something? Are you deceiving yourself in some way? And get back to your belief systems. Get back to who you are, authentically you. All right, something with our decision. It fell on its side, so we're going to take it on its side. Knight of Swords. Slow things down a little bit. You don't have to go super slow. There's a balance there with the Knight of Swords, right? The swords, the air energy is the fastest moving knight of the deck. And the knight is when action starts, right? The page is when we plan. Knights are when we start the action. So the action of thinking about things possibly in a new way. But we don't need to be super fast about it, and we don't need to be super slow about it, but we do need to balance it. Balancing those thoughts, balancing that energy. And maybe balancing that energy is getting other opinions, right? We can't work in a silo. I used to say that in software development all the time. You can't work in a silo. You need somebody to backboard you. You need to get new ideas. You need to talk to someone to create the new ideas, because if you are in a silo, if you're all by yourself, then you can't get new ideas. There's no spark. There's no creativity. There's nobody there to tell you there's another way to do it. You're going to do it the way you've always done, because you don't know any other way until you learn. So what is our advice? What's our advice for today? Advice for today. Advice for today. A lot of swords. A lot of swords. You guys are in your head. Nope. In our heads, in our inner monologue, in our how we talk to ourselves, how we talk to others, what words we're using. And sometimes people take your words and what they hear is not what you said. So it's always good to reflect and see what exactly people said. Ace of Cups. I always see this as self-love, a new way of looking at yourself, and your cup runneth over, right? New way of looking at all the things. The purity of the white dove, I think it's a dove, carrying that message of love to you. And just letting your cup run over, right? We fill ourselves so that we can fill others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to fill yourself first. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, your self-care, how you're loving yourself, right, is going to affect all these other energies, right? If you love yourself, then your inner monologue is going to be very different from if you don't love yourself, right? And pay attention to the words. Pay attention to the automatic reactions. Pay attention to the way that you talk to yourself. Like, try to be the observer of the words that go on in your head and say, is this loving? Is this being loving to myself? What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, I love it. The Ten of Cups. Things are going to work out. Things are going to work out. Everybody's love is different, right? And I kind of see this today as love languages. I've been thinking a lot about this morning. I don't know why. Because people think that love languages don't change. I beg to differ. My parents taught me that gift giving was a love language, right? And in my world, they used it as a weapon, so it was weaponized against me. But and therefore, that's what I was taught, and that's what I did, right? So with my children and so forth, the bigger your gift, the more love there was, right? So my love language has since changed to acts of service, to quality time, affirmation. I don't know. I'm not really sure. It's sort of a combination of all three of those, but it is definitely not gift giving anymore. I told my grandkids and my kids a couple years ago, we're not doing Christmas presents as material items. We're doing Christmas presents as experiences, right? So it can change, and it does change. So if people in your life suddenly stop giving you gifts and their love language has always been gift giving, it doesn't mean that they don't love you. Check and see if it has changed. All right, that's what you're going to see coming at the bottom of the deck. We have about 45 seconds. Let's see if we can't get this might help card. We got a few. We're just going to take the top one, the Cold Cliffs. So the Fool, right? Stepping out into new territory, doing things a different way. Jump off the cliff, right? The water will catch you beneath the cliffs, but be careful of the rocks. Be wary, right? You gotta form that correctly. So a lot of new beginnings, a lot of endings, a lot of changes, and a lot of new way of doing things. We're going to leave it there, guys. You guys take care. We'll chat tomorrow.